Tara, and before I get to the topic of today's video, I have a quick announcement for you. I have just opened enrollment for the Eat Fruit and Feel Sexy 21-day cleanse program. I just launched it through the Raw Lifestyle Academy. It is 21 days of meal plans, recipes, shopping lists, detox smoothie guide, a fitness plan created by my friend Kevin Park, who is a plant-based certified personal trainer. And I just redid all of the videos for the program as well. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to rawlifestyleacademy.com/raw-food-cleanse, or you can check it out in the links below. Enrollment is only open for 14 days though, so you only have 2 weeks to enroll in the program if you want to be a part of it. So I was scrolling through good old Facebook yesterday and I saw a post from a friend of mine, and he wrote, "I see all these videos of people saying why I unfollowed this person or that person, but where are all the videos made by people saying why I unfollowed my body's own intelligence in pursuit of someone else's diet plan?" And I thought, yeah, you know, that's a really good question. And seeing as I have followed someone else's diet or lifestyle plan nearly my entire life until I started to experiment for myself this year and ask myself some important questions of what does my individual body actually desire and actually need, this is a topic I am really passionate about. And I am talking about any diet or lifestyle plan that is unreasonable out there, like sucking back Slim Fast shakes or overstuffing yourself like I did with over 3,000 calories a day. I did that for 5 years because I was so attached to other people's diet plans, to someone else's knowledge and information about their own body that I was applying to my own body and my own personal experience. The first thing that I think leads people to following someone else's diet or lifestyle plan is that it is easier to put your trust in someone else, to assume that if you follow their words, their patterns, their advice to an absolute T that you are going to get the results you want. It is easier to do that than it is to search inside yourself and ask yourself, why do I need to follow someone else's advice? Can't I trust in my own inner wisdom? It's easier to follow rules or guidelines set out in a group or a community or on a sheet of paper than it is to look inside ourselves and find out why we have developed unhealthy habits in the first place. The second reason that I followed other people's diet and lifestyle plans for so long without listening to my own inner intuition and inner wisdom in my body was that I always had this idea of, I will be happier when, or I will be happier if. What I was essentially doing was attaching a lot of meaning and putting a lot at stake for these diet and lifestyle plans. It wasn't so much the results I was concerned with, it's what I thought the results would bring me. I thought the results would make me happy. I thought the results would finally let me love myself, my body as it was. The third thing that I think keeps people from listening to their own intuition is fear. There is so much dogma out there that says, if you don't follow every single thing I say right down to the letter, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fall off the wagon, or you're not gonna lose the weight, or you're not gonna be good enough. Everyone wants to convince you out there that their diet is the only way to do it, there's no other way to do it, don't even bother trying because their way is the only way. And I think a lot of people fear that if they choose to change their lifestyle in any way, even if they're still eating vegan, even if they're still eating raw foods, even if they're still being compassionate human beings, that they're going to be kicked out of the club, that they're no longer going to be accepted into the community. The fourth reason that I did not listen to my body and my own intuition was because I made a lot of assumptions. When you assume, like I did, that just because another diet or lifestyle worked for someone else, it's automatically going to work for you, that's a pretty big assumption. And most of the time, it's just not correct, because you are a different human being. You have a different body entirely. You can't compare yourself to anybody else and assume that just because something works for them, it's gonna work for you. The fifth reason that I denied my own intuition and inner wisdom in my own beautiful body was because I put a lot of trust and faith in other people. I thought, they've got their shit together. If I do what they're doing, I gotta get my shit together too. But it didn't really quite work out that way. I realized that the only person that I can trust, the only body that I can trust, the only knowledge that I can trust is what's within me. Obviously, I know that I do best on raw foods. I feel best eating raw. I feel amazing. But I also know that what works for somebody else, eating similar foods, may not work for me. So what's the option then if you are not going to follow someone else's diet and lifestyle plan to a T? My advice, based on what I've done, not that it's perfect, but that it works for me, is to ask myself or ask yourself each and every time you're going to eat something, how is that going to make me feel? And if you're not sure how it's going to make you feel, try it, and then ask yourself, how did that make me feel? You're going to know pretty quickly how a food makes you feel. You're going to know if it works for your body or if it doesn't work for your body. And I highly suggest that you don't make certain foods off limits or out of bounds, because then you might want to rebel against yourself. That's what I did. I made so many foods off limits, so many foods out of bounds. I wasn't allowed to eat them. I wouldn't allow myself to eat them. That when I did finally get a taste of them, I wanted to binge. I wanted to rebel against these own self-imposed rules and regulations I placed on myself. So if you can, try to make nothing off limits, except for animal products, except for anything that harms another being on this planet. But I'm talking about healthy, plant-based, beautiful foods. Don't make them off limits if you know you want to eat them. When you take away that rebellion, when you take away that temptation, and you focus on how does that food make me feel, it completely changes how you're going to act when you eat and what foods you're going to choose to put into your body. The beautiful thing about choosing to follow your own inner guidance and your own inner wisdom and finding out what feels best to your body, not related to what everyone else is doing, is that you can finally take your health into your own hands. You can't then blame any slip-ups or any problems you have in your diet and lifestyle on someone else, which is another easy thing to do if we always give in to other people's dogma and follow them exactly in what they're doing. When you take it into your own control, into your own hands, then there's no need to blame anybody if something goes wrong. You can just choose another path. Choose another style of eating that works better for you. That is what I have done to tap back into my own inner wisdom, my own inner knowledge, and my own inner truth of what works best for my body. It is working for me so well, and I'm not saying that it is the easiest thing to do, or that even it can be done in the beginning, because I don't know if it can be. Maybe you need a regimented plan to follow right at the beginning of your journey. I know it helped me a lot. But somewhere along the way, you've got to find what works for you, and it's going to be completely unique to who you are. I hope you liked this video and the topic. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe to 40 Below Fruity. I got new videos coming for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And if you have anything to say about this topic, what you think about following others, what you think about dogma, and what you think about trusting your own intuition, please post your comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say, and I'll see you guys next time.